Everyone looks amazing tonight, I said, raising my glass. Laura smiled, her eyes sparkling. Of course they do. It's our engagement party. I forced a smile, but something felt off. You're unusually quiet. Nervous. Nervous? Me? She laughed, lightly touching my arm. Don't be silly. I tried to let it go, focusing on the crowd. Friends and family complimented our perfect match. I nodded politely, but a small voice inside me whispered, "Why did it feel hollow? Hey man, can we step outside?" Daniel leaned in, glancing around. I followed him to the balcony. What's up? He shook his head. I don't know, something's not right. You seem uneasy. I'm fine, I said, though my hands clenched around the railing. Just tired maybe? Daniel frowned. Tired or blind? Look, I don't want to overstep, but I've known you long enough. Don't ignore it if something feels wrong. I laughed nervously. I appreciate it, but it's just me overthinking. It's perfect, everyone loves us. Perfect doesn't always mean real, he muttered. I sighed, conflicted, trying to shake the thought. Then my phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. He doesn't know what you did, does he? My heart skipped. I stared at the screen, a cold dread creeping in. Laura appeared beside me. Everything okay? I forced a smile again. Yeah, everything's perfect. Why were you out so late last night? I asked, voice tight as Laura came through the door. I had work. You know how it is, she said, shrugging, avoiding my gaze. I saw the messages from someone named Mark. You didn't tell me about him. She laughed a little too quickly. Colleague. Just work stuff, seriously. Don't overthink it. I'm not overthinking. It's just you're acting different. Distracted. Secretive. Laura's expression hardened. I'm stressed, okay? Is that a crime? I swallowed, trying to stay calm. No, I feel like something's off. Like I don't know you anymore. She looked away, biting her lip. You're imagining things. Trust me, everything's fine. Later I called Daniel. She's weird. Late night texts, secret calls. I don't know what to think. Man, listen to me, Daniel said. Don't ignore red flags. I know you love her, but you can't be blind to this. I know, but what if I'm overreacting? No. Your gut doesn't lie. Pay attention. That night I waited, heart pounding. Laura walked in, eyes darting. We need to talk, I said. You don't understand, she snapped, voice trembling. Just leave me alone. She grabbed her bag and stormed out. I stood there, shaking, staring at the door. My chest felt heavy, and a thought struck me hard. What if I've been blind all along? The house felt emptier than ever, and for the first time, the perfect facade I trusted began to crack. I stared at my phone, frozen. Pictures. Laura laughing, holding hands with another man. My stomach twisted. No, this can't be real, I muttered. Daniel's voice cracked through the speaker. I saw it, man. You need to stay calm. Don't do anything rash. Calm? Are you kidding me? She lied to me. I shouted, pacing. Just breathe. Think first. You don't want to regret a move. I slammed the couch. Regret? Daniel, I've been betrayed. Every word, every promise, it's all a lie. He sighed. I know, but you have to be smart. You can't just confront her blindly. I grabbed my keys. Smart? No. I need to end this. Now. I knocked on Laura's apartment door. When she opened, she smiled nervously. Hey, just don't, I said, voice shaking. I know everything. Her face paled. It's not what it looks like. Not what it looks like. Are you serious? You're holding hands with him, Laura? Laughing with him. Don't lie to me. I didn't mean. Stop. I trusted you. I loved you. And you betrayed me. I can't do this anymore. Tears welled in her eyes, but I couldn't stop. My heart pounded. I turned and left her apartment, the door slamming behind me. Outside, the cold night hit me. I felt hollow, broken, but also free. I had made my choice. No turning back. The city lights blurred as I walked away, the weight of betrayal heavy on my chest, but a small spark of liberation burning inside. I walked into the coffee shop, trying to focus on my laptop, but my stomach dropped. Laura was there, sitting in the corner, her eyes fixed on me. I froze. Laura, what are you doing here? She smiled faintly. Just needed coffee. Didn't expect to see you. Okay, I muttered, voice tight, turning back to my screen. Minutes passed, but I couldn't concentrate. She didn't leave. She just watched. Later I called Daniel. She's following me, man. Every place I go, she's there. Daniel's voice was firm. That's not normal. You need to be careful. Don't provoke her, but don't ignore it. I feel guilty, I admitted. Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I pushed her too hard. Your fault? She's obsessed. You didn't ask for this. Protect yourself. I sighed. I know, but I hate feeling responsible. That night I tried to sleep, but the unease wouldn't leave. Then I heard a soft knock on my window. My heart jumped out. I looked up. Laura was outside, staring in, motionless. Laura, go home. I shouted. She just smiled, eyes glinting in the dim light that I backed away, shaking. Why are you doing this? Leave me alone. She didn't move. I sank onto the floor, my chest heavy, mind racing. Part of me felt guilty, part terrified. How did love turn into this? And as I watched her silhouette fade into the shadows, I knew my life had changed forever. I stepped onto my porch, heart pounding. Laura, what are you doing here? She smiled, a mixture of anger and longing in her eyes. I had to see you. I can't stay away. Stay away. You've been stalking me. My voice shook. I'm not stalking. I love you. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. You're obsessed. This isn't love. Her hands trembled. Obsession? Maybe, but I can't help it. Every time I see you with someone else, I lose control. I stepped back, fear clawing at me. Laura, I can't deal with this. You need help. She laughed bitterly. Help? I don't want help. I want you. I swallowed hard, thinking of calling the police. You can't just show up here. You're scaring me. I don't care. You belong with me. I'll wait forever if I have to. Suddenly, a light flicked on across the street. Mr. Reynolds, my neighbor, watched from his window. Laura, please. I shouted. Her eyes softened for a moment, then hardened. This isn't over. I promise you it's not over. She turned and disappeared into the night before I could react. I sank onto my steps, trembling. Fear, anger, and disbelief swirled inside me. Love had become a weapon, and I'd never imagined it could turn this toxic. Mr. Reynolds gave me a concerned look from his window. I nodded weakly, unable to speak, and somewhere in the shadows, I knew she was already planning her next move. Daniel, I need a plan, I said, pacing the room. Start documenting everything, he replied, handing me a notebook. Dates, times, messages, every encounter. Evidence is your shield. I hate that it's come to this, I muttered, flipping through pages. You didn't create this mess, he said firmly. But you can control how it ends. I nodded, determination rising. Okay, first I reclaim my schedule. No more waiting for her to appear. Later at work I gathered my colleagues. I need your support, I said quietly. Some personal things are going on and I might need backup if someone crosses the line. They nodded, concern and trust in their eyes. We've got you, one whispered. I can't just forgive her, not yet, I admitted to Daniel later. But revenge, it doesn't feel right either. Focus on control first, he said. Emotions come later. I spent the next days reclaiming my life. Gym sessions, lunches with friends, work projects, building walls around my peace. Then the first subtle threat appeared, a sticky note on my desk. You can't hide forever. I stared at it, fists clenched. Daniel, she's escalating, I whispered over the phone. Good. That means your strategy is working, he said calmly. I shook my head, conflicted. It feels wrong to watch her unravel. But I can't let fear run my life. As I sat back in my chair, I realized, this is a game I have to win carefully, step by step. Outside, the city hummed. Inside, my mind raced, balancing control, fear, and the unshakable weight of her obsession. Another package arrived on my doorstep. I tore it open. Jewelry, a note. I know what you want. You can't resist me. I called Daniel immediately. She's escalating. Gifts showing up everywhere. She's manipulating people, our friends. Daniel's voice was firm. Document everything. Don't confront her yet. Let the pieces fall naturally. I feel guilty. I hate that she's hurting, but I can't give in, I admitted. You're not responsible for her choices, he said. Later, I ran into Sarah, one of our mutual friends. She hesitated, avoiding my eyes. Sarah, what's going on? I asked. Laura told me things about you, she stammered. What things? I pressed, heart pounding. She said you don't care about anyone. That you're cold. I clenched my fists. Sarah, she's lying. Don't let her manipulate you. I just don't know what to believe, she whispered. I sighed, frustrated. You need to see the truth yourself. I can't make you believe me. Back at my apartment, I stared at my phone. I can't let her control my life. I need to act. Daniel agreed. Record everything. Evidence protects you. Karma doesn't need help, but you do. I set up my camera discreetly. As I watched Laura interact with friends through the lens, I felt a strange mix of relief and resolve that I knew the game had shifted. I wasn't just surviving anymore, I was taking control, and for the first time I felt the power to protect myself while watching the chaos unfold around her. I invited a few mutual friends over, careful to keep the conversation casual. "So has anyone noticed Laura's behavior lately?" I asked lightly. They exchanged uneasy glances. "Well, she has been intense," Sarah admitted. "Intense?" I pressed. "Like how?" "She's always showing up uninvited, making comments that don't make sense. And the gifts, it's a bit much," another friend said. That I nodded, keeping my tone neutral. "Exactly. I just want to make sure everyone understands what's happening before things escalate further." "What do you mean?" Sarah asked. "I mean boundaries are being crossed. People are being manipulated. It's hard to watch, but it's important to be aware." There was a pause. "I didn't realize," someone whispered. That I felt a mix of relief and guilt. "I don't enjoy this. I just want peace." Later, I noticed Laura observing from a distance. Her smile faltered as friends avoided her gaze. "Is she noticing?" I whispered to Daniel over the phone. "Yes. People are pulling back. Her manipulations aren't working anymore," he said. That I exhaled, conflicted. "It feels satisfying, but it also feels wrong. I just want her to stop hurting people, and me." Across the park, I saw her lips tremble, eyes wide. Panic flickered in her expression. Her control was slipping, and for the first time I realized, this isn't just about revenge anymore. Karma was taking its natural course. That I watched silently, heart heavy, knowing she was losing the very grip she fought so hard to maintain. I opened the door to find Laura standing on my porch, eyes blazing. You think you can ignore me?" she shouted. "I'm not ignoring you. I'm done letting you control me," I said firmly. Her lips trembled. "I need you. I can't live without you." "I'm not yours, Laura. I never was." "You crossed every line and it's over," I replied. Tears streamed down her cheeks. "You don't understand. I love you. Everything I did, it was for us. Love doesn't look like obsession. Love doesn't scare people. You broke us. Your choices, your lies, your manipulations, they're all yours," I said, voice steady despite my racing heart. She fell silent, shaking. "I thought I could fix it. I thought I could make you forgive me." "I forgave nothing. I survived. I grew stronger. And you can't undo what's done," I said. Her shoulders slumped. For the first time I saw defeat, raw and helpless. I didn't mean to hurt you this way," she whispered. "You did. And now you have to live with it," I replied. She stepped back, trembling. "I am sorry," she said, voice barely audible. Then she turned and walked away, disappearing into the night. That I closed the door slowly, heart pounding, a strange mix of relief and sorrow washing over me. That I leaned against it, breathing deeply. I had faced the storm, stood firm, and finally reclaimed myself. For the first time in months, I felt free. I sat in my living room, the quiet finally settling around me. "Feels strange, doesn't it?" Daniel said, leaning against the doorway. "Strange and liberating," I admitted. "I never thought I could get through this." "You did more than get through it. You survived and grew stronger," he said with a small smile. That I nodded, looking at the shelves where Laura's gifts once sat. I grabbed a box and placed it in the trash. No reminders. No lingering ghosts. Daniel raised an eyebrow. "Moving on." "Exactly. I can't carry her obsession or her lies anymore. I need peace, my space, my life," I said firmly. Later, I ran into Emily at the cafe. She smiled warmly. "Hey, you look different." "Different?" I chuckled softly. "Maybe I am. I've learned a lot about myself recently." "That's good. You deserve to be happy," she said, eyes kind. That I felt a spark of something new, hope maybe. "Thank you. It's refreshing to meet someone who doesn't come with complications." Emily laughed lightly. "No complications. Just coffee and conversation." I smiled, realizing I had room for healthy connections now. As I walked home that evening, I reflected on the months of betrayal, obsession, and chaos. Each painful moment had forged me into someone stronger, more self-aware. That I unlocked my door, inhaled deeply, and whispered to myself, "This is my life. My choices. My peace." For the first time in what felt like forever, I truly believed it. The past was behind me. The future bright and mine to shape.